it is currently 4:20 on Monday afternoon and I'm home from work. I've had a bath and hair wash, I've got a wash on, clearly living the dream. And I'm just going to decompress and chill for a little while because it has been a Monday. I normally like Mondays. Today's just been a challenge. So it started off, it was just myself in the office. I was bringing Duke in because we've got the aircon there and it's really, really stupidly hot at the moment. So I thought he's going to be more comfortable there. He's going to be a lot cooler. So I've got 3 bags on my shoulders and my handbag in my hand with a dog lead and the key to the office, trying to let myself in. And I get in and the glass clock has fallen on the floor over the weekend. Glass all over the floor. I'm like, oh great, this is going to be a struggle. So I managed to secure Duke basically one part of the office. While I tidy up, managed to cut my thumb in the process of clearing up and hoovering, etc. I was like, right, challenge 1 done. We've got through that. Genuinely, sit down, turn the computer on, somebody goes sick for tonight, and I'm like, wow, okay. So then I have to, before I even get into my Monday job there, I'm now handling that, trying to get cover, which is fine, it's been done. Then Duke was sick. So I was like, right, okay, so he's poorly. We have carpet cleaner, it's fine. But I then had to cancel his hydrotherapy tomorrow because I don't know if this is like he's got a bug or it was a one-off. We'd already talked about booking him a vet's appointment to check his ears out anyway, so he's now going to the vet's tomorrow. And I was like, what's next? What's next? It's Monday, it's fine. So anyway, I'm home, I'm decompressing. I'm gonna read for a little while, I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna chill. I've got very, very easy dinner tonight. It's all just a lob in the oven, which is brilliant. So, reading wise, where are we at? Oh, crikey. Let's have a book avalanche now. I'm continuing with Fairy Tale by Stephen King. I've done myself like a week's worth of tabs and I'm just reading about 20 to 30 pages a day, which should mean I finish this by the time it's due to go back to the library. So far, I am enjoying that, but we're still sort of like on scene setup really. The lad has sort of agreed to look after this old guy's dog while the old guy's in hospital, and we know that there's some kind of secret portal somewhere in that property, and at some point the lad's gonna stumble across it, but he's not stumbled there yet. What else am I reading? Sea of Tranquility by Emily St. John Mandel. I am enjoying this, making good headway with it. I'm about to start like the 3rd section of it, and then hopefully the characters will start coming together and we're seeing how they all interlink. But I like the writing style, it's very easy to read and the chapters are tiny, which if I just get 5-10 minutes here and there I can just quickly read a chapter and it's brilliant. That's pretty much it at the moment. I'm reading, oh my goodness, what's it called on my Kindle? I want to say it's White Cat Black Dog, and it's a short story collection, but I've not even finished the first story yet, and I've got that from NetGalley. If I continue that this week, then I'll fill you in properly on what that is. But anyway, I'm going to continue my Monday decompress and just start relaxing because Monday today has been way too Monday-ish.
Read this book. This is in the Boys of Tommen series, which so far consists of...
For free. Now that's completely... Despite his ordeal, Dennis is still...
It is 9 o'clock, Tuesday morning, I'm at work, and it's just Duke and I in today, which is great. I'm going to plough on with work, but I think I'm going to try and listen to a little bit more. I doubt I'll finish today, but we'll see. But listen to a little bit more of The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi, because it's brilliant, and I'm enjoying it, but I've left it now for about a week, so I hope I get into it quite quickly. But yeah, I'm going to plough on, and I'll catch up with you later.
Not impossible, but difficult. I would need to better survey the scene. Timber be reversed. Demons fell screaming into the stellar abyss, while others sprouted wings covered in festering sores, flapping away to save themselves. But my shout must have drawn their attention for more than a handful.
Hey. Dukey. Hey. You gonna say hi? Are you gonna say hi? So we just got back from the vets and little man has got an ear infection, which we can work with. We can handle that. At least it's just that, okay? With the medical dramas with him this year, an ear infection's fine. So I'm providing medical cover at an event tonight, so I'm just going to chill for another hour or two before I get changed and I go, and I'm bound to bring a book with me, and hopefully it'll be a nice chilled evening.
Better convenience of being able to order them online, see what my glasses are going to look like without.
Hello, it's currently 3:30 on a very, very, very warm, sticky Thursday afternoon, and I've decided to work from home for the next hour and a half before chilling for the evening. So while I do that, my aim is to finish the audiobook of The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi, because I've only got about half hour left, and obviously it's like at the really good bit at the end, you know, we're in the full action scenes now, so I'm looking forward to sort of seeing what happens. And then yes, my intention is to probably then stop and cook dinner when I finish my next work project and have a very, very relaxing evening. I didn't read my pages of the Stephen King book yesterday, so I've got 2 sections to read off that tonight, and then I want to go back to Sea of Tranquility. So I shall catch up with you later.
This unabridged production of The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi, a novel by Shannon Chakraborty, performed by Lamis Isaac and Amin El-Gamal.
So it's a little bit later now. It's actually only 4:10, but not only have I just finished the work project that I really didn't want to do, I have also finished The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi. At last. I feel I've been reading it for ages. I took like about almost a week's break, I think, in the audiobook. But anyway, as I said, I finished it, and you know what? I did enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it, however, as much as I thought I was going to. For me, it sort of settled at a 3.5 out of 5, which is still really good. You know, it was a really fun story, full of adventure, very, very fast-paced, and a lot of humorous bits in it as well. I really liked the different characters, their interactions, and yeah, it worked well and it was good. I think what actually knocked it down maybe half a star for me was the fact that I listened to it on audiobook. I have a feeling I would have preferred it if I'd have read it physically, and I don't normally feel like that, not often, but I think with fantasy books where there is a little bit of world building, or there's like some characters that, you know, we don't have in the real world, and you know, sometimes you might want to read that 2-3 times to sort of just like, you might go back over something, whereas when you're listening to an audiobook and it's just constant, you lose that. So that might just be me. Please let me know if it's not. But yeah, just unfortunately, I think that might actually brought it down half a star. Maybe I'm being a little bit picky there. But as I said, I still enjoyed it, and 3.5 out of 5 is still very good anyway. So as you can see, I'm now prepping dinner. I hate cutting sweet potatoes. Does anyone else? But I'm actually being sensible now, and I'm cooking tonight and tomorrow night's dinner, because in this heat, who wants to cook? So if I can actually be organised enough to cook 2 days at once, happy days. So anyway, I'm going to do that now. I'll catch up with you a bit later.
Something's going on.
So is everybody gonna sleep?
Hey, it is about 9:20, and I'm just giving you a quick update on the reading front today. So I didn't completely catch up with the fairy tale Stephen King. I have read like a day section, but I'm still kind of a day behind, which is fine because I'm going to have some time to do some reading over the weekend anyway. And then I wanted to do a little bit of my paint by numbers, just because I had a bit of a headache and concentrating on reading was just a bit too much, but a bit of painting, I thought, yeah, I can handle that. And that's about me done for the evening, so I shall catch up with you tomorrow. Hey, sleepy Burbie. It is now 6 o'clock Friday evening, and I'm finally caught up with where I wanted to be by this time this week with Fairy Tale. I am enjoying it, but it is a typical Stephen King in that the description is ridiculously overwhelming. I mean, we know in this there is a fairy tale land, and it has taken over 180 pages for somebody to actually get to this fairy tale land. And I admit I was losing my patience a little bit. I'm hoping now that it has been discovered, it's going to progress, it's going to get a little bit more interesting, because, I mean, really? We're a third of the way through the book now, just for someone to finally get there. But I'm enjoying it, so it's fine. But yeah, it's just Duke and I in this evening. The other half's at work, and I'm going to do some reading and some relaxing. Hey, so it's about 9 o'clock. I'm continuing with Sea of Tranquility. I apologise, the fan is on. It's so hot. Even at this time of night, it's still about 24 degrees. Duke is in front of the fan on the floor. I have the fan up here, and I'm still warm. Anyway, continuing with this. And although initially I was like, I don't know if I'm enjoying it or not. I'm intrigued enough to finish it, but I'm not overly wowed. And then I just found myself rereading a couple of bits and really thinking about some things that were said. And I think sometimes I'm a little bit quick to go, oh yeah, the book was all right, because I didn't necessarily love the plot or love the characters. Whereas actually, it's had like a lasting effect. And the section I'm reading at the moment is about an author who grew up on a moon colony, and she's come over to Earth to do a book tour, and she's in the process of joining all these panels, getting interviewed all the time, and a character dies in one of her books, and a member of the audience says, you know, why did you sort of write it like that? It was a bit anticlimactic. You could have made like a huge feature of this. And you know, it's the way she sort of said, you know, most of us die in fairly unclimactic ways, our passing unremarked by almost everyone, our deaths becoming plot points in the narratives of the people around us. And that's just such a simple phrase, I suppose, sentence, and a very simple concept. But it's true, and I suppose that's, don't ask me why, but this evening, that particularly has just hit me a little bit. And then she mentions somebody else referencing in one of their books about growing up in a moon colony where the streets are almost like lined with trees and they're all sort of perfect. The temperature is kept between 15 and 22 Celsius all the time. It's like an artificial environment. And I sort of just been sat here thinking a little bit like, would that be better? Or would it be awful? You know, because at the moment I've just sat here whinging about being too hot, and you know, to have it controlled that you never get too hot and you never get too cold sounds like a really nice concept. And then I'm like, well, then actually you then lose like a nice snowy wintry day, or you know, being able to sit out in the sun and hit the beach and things like that. And yeah, I suppose there's bits of this now that have sort of made me think, although I can't say I'm loving the plot. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling and I'm going to jump back in. It's now 10:30. I've come up to bed and I can't hear Duke tip-tapping around the kitchen anymore, so I think he's gone to sleep. It's been such a rough week for him. With the heat, with his ear infection, bless him, he's just been so clingy, so sad. And yeah, I do feel sorry for him. But his ear that was bright red on Tuesday when we went to the vets is now the same colour as his other ear, and he's not flicking his head. So he's 6 doses? It's 2 doses a day. So yeah, 6 doses into the ear infection medication, and I think it's working. So hopefully this time next week he'll be back to his normal self, being grumpy with the heat, but there's only so much I can do about that. You know, the back door's open the whole time that we're at home, windows open, fans on, every room. He's got a bowl of water down in every room. He comes with me during the day to the office that's air-conned, and obviously a good few degrees lower than this. He doesn't like the cooling mat. He doesn't like the dog for any ice cream or anything sensible that would cool him down. I've groomed him. you know, taken off quite a bit of fur, bless him, so he just doesn't like the heat. But what can I do? If you have any suggestions, please let me know, because I don't like my little man being sad. So, reading wise, it has been a good week. So obviously I finished The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi and I enjoyed that. I've kept on top of my Stephen King reading for the week. I am exactly where I wanted to be at this time of the week, which is brilliant. Although the writing, the description has made me very frustrated. I feel that now I'll be going into my next vlog actually getting some decent story going on. Hopefully we're actually going to like properly visit this fairy tale world. And then I'm now 60% of the way through Sea of Tranquility, and I am enjoying it. I really am. And it's making me think, and I know obviously I discussed a couple of points in my last bit of video before I came out to bed. Then after that the characters started looking at the concept of us living in a simulation. And I just think that's a very interesting notion, isn't it? That like, it's not my choice to be sat here vlogging now, that I'm actually some sim that's being controlled by, say, an alien far away that's bored in their bedroom and they're just mucking about with humans. Just find it a very interesting concept. So yeah, although, you know, I can't say it's the most thrilling plot, it's definitely been a very thought-provoking book, so I'm intrigued to keep reading. Sorry, the other half just called to say hi. But anyway, yeah, it's just been a very thought-provoking book, and I'm really getting into it now. But I am going to love you and leave you. If you've made it to the end of the video, leave me a little dog emoji for little Duke. I said hopefully by next week he'll be back to normal. It just makes you so sad when they're not well and you can't fix it, and you also can't explain what you're doing. So like, he gets so upset when, you know, I'm putting a syringe of medication in his ear. I'm fairly sure that would really upset me. And I can't explain that what I'm doing is like meant to fix, you know, meant to help him. But anyway, I'm going to bed because I'm warbling because I'm getting tired. But yeah, I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.